And so we see this confusion that is coming out. And it is important for Muslims to recognize that although the outward systems of the world, that the material systems seem to be changing against Islam, or seems to be pushing people into another culture to make everybody wear the same clothes and eat the same food, and you got to have a check on your hat, and even now brothers got kufis with a check on it, on the kufi, and everybody's wants the same. I was in Mecca making Hajj, and we went to Aziziyah, and we came out of the Kaaba, and we looked up, and the golden arches in Mecca, Pizza Hut, Baskin Robbins, Burger King. And there was a young boy, probably from a Meccan family, who has the nicest form of kebsha you eat in the afternoon, nice food, you eat it, and he was in McDonald's with his big pants and his hat on, and he had an attitude. He had an attitude. You know what I'm talking about? You walk in a, like this, you sort of like limp, when you're walking, right? And you got an attitude like you're angry, right? You're angry with everybody. You're not really angry, but you got this attitude, right? The boy had an attitude, man. And I said to him, Allah yahdik, do you know what this check is on your head? May Allah guide you. You know what these things are, man? And when you see these things happening, not that it's haram to eat in Mecca. Okay, if McDonald's or Burger King here is using, if they're using vegetable oil, if they have real halal beef, I wouldn't eat it unless it's slaughtered by Muslims myself. Of course, this is a big difference of opinion among scholars. But my problem is I'm from this country. I'm not somebody making a fatwa who just came off a plane. And when you eat McDonald's, you're eating everything. You're eating toenails, ears, horns, cardboard, everything mixed up with sauce and fast food. And it's probably half pork and they don't even tell you. And the oil half the time has got lard in it. For those of you who like your McDonald's burgers. Lard is in the oil. But the image of the arches is there. And this culture is spreading everywhere. It's unbelievable. And you know, there are certain groups in the Muslim world who are being targeted. I've seen this happening. We have a very large community in Toronto, over 250,000 Muslims. And so we see a lot of things happening to different groups of people. There are some people in the Muslim world who have great potential. They're being targeted. Why do you think they're making such a noise about the Sudan? Why do you think they're making the noise? Because the potential oil, the Nile is there, you know, the knowledge is there, the crossroads of Africa moving into the Arabian Peninsula is there, a society that could lead the Muslim world is there. They targeted different countries. Yemen, in North Yemen, they targeted the people called Barawa. Barawa people live on the east coast of Africa. And they are known to be people who are involved in knowledge and dawah and the spreading of Islam in East Africa. So they went to the Barawa people. They were having a problem. There's a big fight going on, problems in Somalia and that region. They went to them and they said, no problem, we'll give you a visa to America. You come to America, okay? And really, you know, to a certain extent, it's good because at least it takes a person out of the line of fire. But when they got here and didn't have any institutions set up, the children become confused and get their attitudes. And if you don't have a madrasa, if you don't have a proper Islamic society to show an alternative, you're caught in a confusion. Some of our brothers went to Mauritania and they found a village in Mauritania where the people were scholars of Islam. And when they entered this village, it was like you hear the buzzing of bees because the Quran is being recited. Every house had a hafiz of Quran. Every house had a scholar. Okay? Then the New World Order came in. And they said to the people, we will bring you electricity. That's progress. But they also said, anybody who wants a TV and a satellite dish, it's free. And they started putting in the satellite dishes. They gave the young people scholarships to America. They came back, and after 10 years, when the brothers came back, the scholars had left the city. They were in the desert. And there were people around, boys walking with attitudes. And the Muslims were fighting over issues, which day you're going to start Ramadan or end it, fighting and being confused about their madhab. their school of thought, things which they never had a problem with before. Suddenly it's in the name of Islam, in their community, and confusion is in there. It is a form of deception which is being used on our communities. And it is important for us to understand what is going on with this great change.